Well, this is Jared with Stampede Blue, and this is your Indianapolis Colts post-game wrap. Your Indianapolis Colts won on the road here on Sunday Night Football. Final score 30 to 18 as the Colts rolled. Much to the surprise to probably a lot of people, the Colts were actually a 4-point underdog in this team. And I don't think a lot of people out there really realize that, regardless of what Vegas thinks, the Colts are now 3-1 in their last four, and their only loss came on the road to the Baltimore Ravens in overtime. So Carson Wentz was 17 for 26 for just 150 yards. But he did have two touchdowns, no interceptions. He was only sacked one time. And then he did also have four carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Now, the Colts did run the ball effectively as well. 33 total carries for 148 yards, 4.5 yards a carry, and two total touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor had 18 carries for 107 yards. I believe that's 4 weeks in a row with 100 yards rushing. Kid's looking good, right? And then tail of the tape here, man. Michael Pittman, four catches for 105 yards and a touchdown, and multiple deep balls that were purposely underthrown. So the receiver had to try to come back and get it, knowing that they were going to have to cross that defender's face and ultimately get a defensive pass interference call. Uh, Jimmy Garoppolo for the 49ers, 16 for 27, 181 yards, had a touchdown, two interceptions, was sacked twice, also had two fumbles. Now, here's what I don't understand. You got a quarterback with a calf injury, and then you got a mobile quarterback in the wing that you're waiting on to come back from injury. On what planet would you have a guy that sat out 2 weeks ago with a calf injury come back and do a bunch of rollout, bootleg, play action? Didn't seem to make much sense, especially given how successful San Francisco was running in the ball when they did decide to run. 24 carries, 100, just 24 carries, 111 yards, 4.6 yards a carry. Uh, Elijah Mitchell, 18 carries, 107 yards, and a touchdown. Um, the reason the Colts won today is because Frank Reich called a great game, and the 49er offense was not well run at all. Carson Wentz has to be playing like an MVP. Three total touchdowns today. Like I said, 3-1 in his last four. Having coming back from injury, patchwork offensive line, uh, banged up wide receivers. Really top heavy at running back, right? Like Naeem Hines does not look like himself. Jordan Wilkins hasn't played in a while. Marlon Mack is not all the way back. Right now, Jonathan Taylor more than doing enough, but it'd be really interesting to see who the Colts get healthy here. It was awesome to see that game end with a DeForest Buckner sack there on Jimmy Garoppolo. Of course, him playing against his original team for the first time. It was really good to see the Colts play well, really on both sides of the ball, despite the weather. Right, what they were calling bomb typhoon. In the Bay Area this evening, so good to see the Colts get a win on the road. Obviously, and I also didn't see too much in the way of injuries, although there was a concern there late in the game with Jonathan Taylor just simply wasn't there. But yeah, when you really think about it, Xavier Rhodes had an interception. Kari Willis had the pick to seal the game. And then when it really came down to it, the Colts held on to the football and didn't turn it over, and the 49ers didn't. So Colts at 3-4, 2-2 on the road. Um, it's got the Titans, right? At home, gonna need that home crowd really amped up. Uh, and the Colts have a chance not only get back to 500, but to even that series with the Titans and to open the door for the Colts to potentially win their division or at least compete for their division, right? Because a lot of people are saying, the Titans are all in this year, trying to win a championship this year, and they have a complete team. And I really do like the Colts, man, especially if they get healthier, they start playing as confidently as they've been playing, especially tonight. Like I said, winners of three of their last four, and their last loss was on the road to Baltimore, and that everybody expects Baltimore to be a contender, right? So we're on a good roll here. Got the Titans at home, big division game, big division game. Has a lot of implication, and I think the Titans need to knock down a peg, especially um having to come to Indy and win one on the road. That buck's got to stop eventually for them, right? Got to protect the quarterback, got to run the ball ultimately, and got to stop Derrick Henry, right? So this has been Jared with Stampede Blues, your Indianapolis Colts post game wrap. Hey, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the Monday night game, and we'll see you after next week's game.